Unyielding Faith, A Mother's Prayer. In a small town where the whispering wind carried tales of hope and heartache, lived Margaret Turner, a woman whose unwavering faith stood as a beacon amidst the storm that surrounded her family. Her story was one of love, despair, and ultimately, redemption. Margaret, a woman with eyes that reflected a lifetime of wisdom and kindness, was known throughout the community for her undying faith. Raised in a family deeply rooted in Christian values, Margaret found solace in prayer from a young age. Little did she know that her faith would be put to the ultimate test when her only son, Michael, ventured down a wayward path. Michael, a spirited and curious young man, began to drift away from the path his mother had hoped he'd follow. Drawn to the allure of the streets, he became entangled in a world of temptation and vice. Margaret's heart ached as she witnessed her son succumb to the shadows that seemed to envelop him. The once bright-eyed boy, full of dreams and potential, now seemed lost in a labyrinth of bad choices. His laughter, once echoing through the family home, had been replaced by a deafening silence. As Michael's choices led him deeper into the abyss, Margaret's prayer became a constant refrain. She clung to her faith, seeking guidance and strength from a higher power. Night after night, she knelt beside her bed, tears streaming down her cheeks, pouring her heart into fervent prayers for her son's salvation. Her friends and neighbors, witnessing her struggle, marveled at her resilience. Some encouraged her to accept the inevitable, but Margaret's heart would not yield. She believed that faith could move mountains, and she clung to the belief that her prayers would reach the very soul of her wayward child. The town began to gossip about Michael's downward spiral. Whispers of disappointment and judgment swept through the community like a cold wind. Margaret, however, remained steadfast. She refused to let the judgments of others penetrate the fortress of faith she had built around her heart. Each time Michael stumbled, Margaret felt the weight of his choices as if they were etched onto her soul. She faced sleepless nights and tireless days, wrestling with a mother's anguish. The pain of witnessing her son's struggle was a crucible that tested the limits of her strength. Amidst the darkness that enveloped Michael, a flicker of light appeared. A chance encounter with an old friend who had once walked a similar path led him to a community center that offered support for those seeking a way out of the shadows. It was a glimmer of hope that Margaret had prayed for. As Michael hesitated at the threshold of transformation, Margaret's prayers intensified. She pleaded for the strength to guide her son back into the light, praying for a miracle that seemed both distant and elusive. Michael's journey toward redemption was arduous. It involved confronting demons and facing the consequences of his past choices. Margaret, however, stood by his side like a lighthouse guiding him through stormy seas. Their home, once filled with the echoes of despair, began to resonate with the sounds of healing. Margaret, fueled by the power of prayer and unwavering love, became an integral part of Michael's recovery. She attended support meetings, listened without judgment, and offered a love that knew no bounds. One pivotal moment in their journey came when Margaret extended the hand of forgiveness. As Michael tearfully confessed his shortcomings and the pain he had caused, Margaret embraced him with a love that transcended earthly boundaries. The weight of guilt lifted, and in its place, a bond between mother and son emerged stronger than ever. The community, once quick to judge, witnessed the transformation of a family bound by faith and forgiveness. Margaret's prayer had not only reached the heavens but had also planted seeds of change in the heart of her beloved son. As Michael's life transformed, so did the narrative of the Turner family. Margaret's unyielding faith had not only sustained her through the darkest nights but had also ignited a beacon of hope that radiated through the entire community. The once wayward son became a symbol of redemption, a living testament to the power of a mother's prayer. Michael, now a source of inspiration for others facing similar struggles, worked to rebuild his life and give back to the community that had once whispered in judgment. Margaret Turner's story became a living parable, an enduring testimony to the extraordinary power of a mother's prayer. The town that had witnessed her struggles now looked to her as a pillar of strength and an embodiment of the resilience found in unwavering faith. In the years that followed, the Turner family continued to grow, their lives intertwined with the threads of redemption and love. Margaret's legacy lived on, not only in her family but in the hearts of all who had witnessed the transformative power of a mother's unyielding faith. And so, in the quiet moments of prayer, Margaret continued to uplift not only her family but also the souls of those who had lost their way, reminding them that in the embrace of faith, even the most broken can find healing, and the darkest nights can give birth to a new dawn.